Rev up that diesel. Let's go diesel.
The guy's a fruitcake. I'm going to get stuck coaching a fruitcake for 10 years.
The news of my craziness has been greatly exaggerated.
The man who stokes the offense is 225 pounds of demolition derby. His name, John Riggins. He was also known as the Diesel.
Look out, killer, here comes the Diesel. Yes, sir, here it comes on 395.
Oh, they call him the Diesel, and you can see why.
Riggins was a high school sprint champion who broke Gale Sayers' career rushing record at the University of Kansas. And he didn't slow down when he came to the NFL.
As big as he is, he was about a 9'6" sprinter. And he performed at Kansas. Let's look at it again. Now he finds nothing there, breaks to the outside.
The Jets were quickly back in stride on the power blasts of John Riggins, who scored once and rushed for 96 yards.
Riggins gained over 100 yards and scored twice against his old buddies.
I can remember numerous times walking in RFK Stadium. He said, Buggs, come over here. He said, about 57,000 in the crowd today. I said, yeah, Johnny. He said, they all came to see me. So make sure Gibbsy gets the message. I want the ball.
But against the NFC's winningest team, Minnesota was overmatched. Number 44, John Riggins, carried 7 times on Washington's opening possession.
Tight end and a run by Riggins. A good run.
1st and 10. Handoff, John Riggins. And Riggins bolts to the middle. Breaking tackles all the way down to the 43.
2nd and 2. Riggins across the 50.
No scores to start the second quarter, and John Riggins.
Riggins with a little fake to the left, counters to the right side. 12 yards, first down, 25 behind Jacoby.
Wansley doing the dance, and this is Riggins over the right side, and he barrels right in there behind Mark May. You see his right guard pull that time. 73, Mark May.
Riggins' 5th 1,000-yard season put him over the 10,000-yard milestone, and he now ranks 5th among pro football's all-time and holds 17 club records. Scores a nose for the end zone. It just takes a little more effort to get there.
This is why Riggins doesn't have a big yardage per carry. 5th touchdown. Yeah, that's all he does is score. And they love the Redskins here in Washington. They're on their feet. You hear the diesel horn.
And so it was. The Redskins held when they had to, moved when they could, and incorporated every trick available to steal past the much improved Atlanta team.
Riggins out tackle. Running hard and well.
2nd and 5. Riggins. Big hole. Huge hole. The big man, but he can move fast, and he gets inside the 45-yard line to the 43-yard line. First down, Washington.
Riggins gets some of it back, diving inside the 25.
Inside handoff, Riggins. 2nd down 4. Riggins bouncing outside left. Look out. Riggins to the 20-yard line. 2nd and 6. They work him again. Riggins will have another first down. Out close to the 44-yard line. And when your safety men and cornerbacks are stopping John Riggins at 240, they are paying a price.
As you can see on that run, what's happening here is Joe Jacoby is really doing a job on Jim Jeffcoat, and they're going to keep running to that cowboy right side.
Kilmer out to Riggins. Johnson misses him. He's inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 25, but that, well, let's see, it's going to be very close for the first down. I think he's got enough.
John Riggins is people don't realize how fast he is.
I think this here just points out the fact that John Riggins at 225 pounds is a speedy back to be so being powerful.
Now Bob's put on a first down. Pressure put on by Fairfield. Fairfield giving chase to Theismann. He's to the 45 and out of bounds. Take a look at John Riggins here. After this, on this block, as Theismann goes back. Fairfield comes on the blitz. He makes a good block here. But Fairfield's behind Theismann. He feels him. Now Riggins goes and picks up somebody else. That's good hustle. Good hustle. Boy, he cut Ron Yankowski down with quite a block.
In terms of toughness and running the football, especially the power type football we play, there's a certain amount of respect that takes place between John, for example, and the offensive line.
He's the only member of the Washington Redskins team besides that offensive line that they gave one of those hog t-shirts to. Because he gets some tough yardage and he'll block too.
He was also their leader off the field and after hours.
The 5 o'clock club basically was the Hogs getting together after practice for a beer or two in a little shack that was out there where they kept the equipment. And it was just offensive linemen. But as it would be, John Riggins was in the club.
He called himself the El Presidente.
He needs just a few more carries. He only needed about 28 carries before today's ball game to get over the 20,000 mark in attempts. And there's only been a few guys that have packed the leather more than that. I think 4 or 5 more. And then you're talking about Franco Harris's and Jim Brown's and those kind of people.
Who do you think's going to get the ball as they run?
I can never guess.
Yeah, you were right, folks. First down. Inside the 20, Riggins. Well, they love him here in Washington. And any group of fans would like him on their team.
They're doing a good job of blocking him at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack. There you see Dan Pelt going through there but missing the tackle, and he's finally tackled there by Beasley Reeds. Riggins, the heavy-duty work, and rolls and spins his way for a gain of another 5. And we have to make it official with Riggins. He has gone over 7,000 yards for his career in rushing.
Riggins' second quarter touchdown run.
Oh, he's flat amazing. Just great strength. He's so durable.
Summerall and John Madden. This is Riggins straight ahead. He lunges and squirms inside the 5 before he's pushed back.
Ups to the left side. Bugs to the right. Riggins again on the carry.
Riggins. Hey, guy with only a 30-yard punt. Here's Riggins.
Still on his feet out to about the 18-yard line.
That's Monk in motion. Theismann gives again to Riggins. And Riggins barrels into the Rams secondary.
Didier. Here's Riggins. Didier with a block. First down, Riggins.
They come back to the weak side. Here you see Riggins. And they get a good block at the point of attack.
Riggins gets the call. John Riggins bangs in for the touchdown.
That's only the 10th touchdown rushing against the Cowboys all year. And number 5 for John Riggins, who is very, very healthy. The big cans and his some running back. Let's watch the offensive line. They're all moving to the right. You can see Williams gets outside, the big guard. Great tackle there by Hunter. Just couldn't keep 44 out. There he is. And Riggins has only fumbled 2 times all year long. He's a load at 228 pounds.
Second touchdown for the Redskins, and they're up 14-3.
Whoop. Riggins. Big Sam with the speed. Got away from one Baltimore.
So, in July 1980, Riggins made a stunning announcement. He was quitting pro football at age 30.
I have resigned my position of fullback effective 1:00 p.m. Sunday, July 27, 1980. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Signed, John Riggins.
Washington must do it tonight without John Riggins if they're to do it. The Riggins graphic and figures speak for themselves. He was one of the finest backs in the National Football League. He is now on retired reserve, so he'll not be playing football this year.
In 1981, New Redskins coach Joe Gibbs visited John Riggins in Kansas, hoping to convince him to come back.
And so he just shows up unannounced. I was kind of like, well, hey, at least you can do is call.
First meaningful thing he said to me, he looks across that table and he goes, "You need to get me back there. I'll make you famous."
His grievance against the Redskins will be heard by an arbitrator next week, but Riggins says he's ready to play. This morning's workout, he talked about his reasons for returning to the Redskins.
I'll start off by saying I'm bored, I'm broke, and I'm back.
Riggins simply ran out the clock.
Riggins gets the carry, coming near side, cuts back against the grain to the 30, to the 35, breaks it loose to the 40, east of midfield, down to the 45 of the Vikings.
Riggins, inside outside.
Stark, Donnelly, and Huff once again successfully parted the seas of defenders for running backs John Riggins, Joe Washington.
We'll see Grimm 68, Jacoby 66, pulling to the right side. Riggins had taken a step to the left, the counter step to hold the linebackers, allow his linemen to get around in front of him.
John Riggins epitomized the dominating power of the Redskins, for he too was a cut above. The man who stokes the offense is 225 pounds of demolition derby. His name, John Riggins. He was also known as the Diesel.
Look out, killer, here comes the Diesel. Yes, sir, here it comes on 395.
What fouls the eye and the perception is that I am the horse of a different color.
Crank up that Diesel.
There's John Riggins. We've been talking about him all evening. 6'2", 233 pounds. He is a football player, All-American at the University of Kansas. Broke all of Gale Sayers' rushing records there, the first pick for the Jets.
And John's just realized he's on nationwide TV in prime time.